Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is August 6th, and on this day in 2006, Tiger Woods, at the age of 30, was the youngest to win 50 PGA Tour wins. I think now, he's at 40 something, 44, and trying to tie the record? Will it happen? Today, wow, we got a lot to go over from yesterday. A lot of great content I want to highlight. A few things to bring your attention to today. I'm going to hit on some hobby news and just go over a few things going on in Panini basketball products. So let's just jump right in. Thank you again for coming. Please leave your comments. Love your subscriptions and share the word with your friends, please. So I'm going to start with this is, forgive me. This is Tyler Short. I'll put his information down below. What I liked about this video, and this is actually a day old, he was watching the live auctions of, I think it's Probstein finish, and he's showing you his cards as they sell, and he's calculating his totals. And what I liked about this, okay, people might say, oh, he's showing off. Hey, he's showing a process. And I really thought it was cool to watch him and his excitement as he's watching his auctions end. And he's showing you, how he made his profits and stuff. I bring this up for two reasons: a guy showing the process and a guy using Probstein. So if people want to critique them or criticize them, I think this is a person you can get some firsthand experience. Why does he use it? What does he recommend? I think he even answers some of those questions in the comments. I've learned some stuff watching it. I do recommend you check it out. I think you can learn some stuff just checking it out. It is long. He shows you some of his PSA submissions. He's a big PSA fan. But I'll just say again, he has a process, and I really enjoyed learning from his channel. Next, yesterday, I love the collaboration. This was a collaboration between Brandon Chung and Card Hour. I've always been a big fan of Card Hour as one of the purists when it comes to soccer. Brandon Chung, young creator. I love this kid because he's learning, and I love the fact he's learning. Smart guy. He does a lot of stuff. He's branching out. He's doing collaborations. Again, I always support kids in the hobby as well. So I thought this was really, really interesting. It is a little bit long. I thought in the beginning just funny some of the cultural differences. Like Brandon's realizing that he's in Belgium, and that over there they don't have Walmarts and stuff. Just some of the cultural conversation stuff I just found very enlightening. So I do recommend checking that out. Next video was from a channel I like to follow, Run Good Life, and they did a discussion on him submitting to StarStock. I'm a huge StarStock fan, and I was really excited to hear him talk about StarStock. He uses CMOC for most of his selling, I believe, and he was talking about how he's sending this first batch of Mosaic rookies up there. He talked about what his thoughts are. I totally understood where he's coming from. This is his first submission. He's looking at kind of a low risk. But anyway, recommend checking the video out. It's short. You get a good glimpse of what he's doing. I've always liked his channel because he shows you and talks about the business side of the breaking and the cards he finds and the retail chasing. Next up was Personal Finance Dad. Did a great little video. Again, another short piece, very digestible, about Graham Stevens talking sports card investing and as an alternate investment. Now, I'll be honest, it's a short little blurb, but the fact that we're hearing more and more people, man, when's your grandma going to ask you if you can sell her Luca for her? Or if, when's a friend of yours at the office going to come to you and say, hey, man, let's go out to dinner, and whoever loses has to use a Zion to pay for dinner. I don't know, something like that. When is this going to go really mainstream? And is that a bad thing, or are you going to be excited about it? Like, I keep thinking that like people at work are still, a lot of closet card collectors, that they don't know that the other friend is doing the same thing. Am I wrong? Love your comments. Another content provider I follow and found pretty useful yesterday was Vegas Fine 777. It's only, still small time subscriber, so I do encourage you to go out and support him. This guy talks a lot about his process. Now, he's gotten his sports cards. It's a business to him. I like his way of what he's trying to do. What I thought was interesting, he shows how he's using Google Trends to look for searches so he can see what's hot and what's not, what's trending. Freaking genius. Right? Genius because that's a free tool, right? I didn't think of that. I'm sure you guys are probably sitting there going, oh, we all do this. But if you don't, I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing he brought to my attention was he was talking about Kobe rookies, and that you get Kobe Hoops rookies for like, 25 or 35 bucks. I was floored by that. So I went ahead and jumped on. Now, again, let me just quickly say, I do not endorse market movers. I use it, and I love it. Endorse, is that the right word or wrong word? I don't care if you use it or not, is my point. And I'm not an affiliate with it. Make your own decision. I think it's a great tool. I make that pretty clear to most people. They pretty much understand that, Anyway, here's market movers. I went on market movers. I put in the card. Here's Kobe. Hoops 96, base, PSA 9, and PSA 10. I want to see what this card looks like. Real quickly, if I can scroll you over here. Look, what I saw real quickly is if it comes back as 9, it's $90 or $80, $90, 110, 111. It's probably more in 6 months anyway, right? But it's minimum, I'm going to triple my money likely. Okay, double my money after I ship and pay for gradings for that. But still, that's a pretty good investment on getting a card and selling it. Look at this upside. What if it PSA 10s? What if it PSA 10s? That's quite an upside. So to me, it was worth taking the risk. Now, I went out to CMOC and I bought 3 of them today. I paid a premium. I paid I think it was $33 for each. And I bought them with good notes on the condition. So I like CMOC and StarStock because I'm getting a third-party review of the card when I'm buying raw. I'll just leave that as a tip. Again, make your own decisions. I am a volunteer admin with Sports Card Investor, if you did not know already as well. I encourage you to come over there, and I'll tell you more about sports cards, and I'll never mention market movers unless you ask me about it. I'll tell you that too. Okay, next interview. Sports Card Academy by Cardi C. Really like what he's doing. I love this concept of teaching people. I watched this video. Josh from Card Chronicles is on this. Josh is a very, I'd say popular guy in the community, about 5,000 subscribers. Does some interviews on his channel. Watch this, and I was surprised to see this on here because one thing I also know is that Josh does run sports card or how to do sports cards, how to collect sports cards. And he talks about this, but it's a pay program. It's basically like a sports card academy that you pay $197 to go through, and then you kind of get, you're part of the Sports Card Academy. And, it's endorsed by Chris, House of Jordan podcast. And it's endorsed by this other guy, some friend of theirs in Arizona. I shouldn't say friend. Ryan, and from Arizona. I don't know who it is. But I just thought that was interesting. I don't know. Not everybody, does their research to this level, but I thought this Sports Card Academy that Cardi C was putting together was kind of this free educational thing for everybody. But then he has a guy on here who's kind of pitching a classroom. So I just thought that was interesting. You know how I like to find interesting stuff. Next, one of my favorite content providers from the good old days. Only thing these guys sell are breaks. They give out free content every week and they drop some knowledge. Huge fan of the hype. Check them out. They talked about Chronicles. They talk about Wahlberg. They talk about Kyle Lewis. Great content. Next one up, Bench Clear Media. They do a break. They have Ty Wilson with Jeff from Pack Geek, and they're talking about sports cards. They do a review of hot sports cards. Ty does this from an analytical view. I like the way he does it. He has his own analytics, his own tool, his own vision on it. I believe he uses eBay data, but he's not using a third-party tool or anything. And I like the way he presents the data and explains to you all the logic behind it. I also enjoyed the break of the Obsidian, so I do recommend checking out Bench Clear Media and what they put on over there. Then last night, best interviewer in the hobby, and again, I keep saying this, and this is a good example. Jeremy had the other Mr. Murray, Jeremy on from BGS, Bracket Grading Services. Now, that's a hot seat right there. I'm going to come sit in this seat, just like the guy who got in the hot seat there with Chronicles. The difference is, okay, Jeremy took questions from the audience and helped manage that relationship, right? I don't recall audience questions going, through Josh. I think that was recorded video that's dropped. And that's what happens a lot of time. These are recorded videos where I feel like the guests are in a safe environment where they can be asked questions and edited to the way they want it to be. And I don't blame the interviewees. They want to get likes, so they're pulling people on their show and they're making friendly interviews with them. They're not freaking 2020, right? They're freaking, the Hannity show. So what I like about Jeremy is, again, he's very unbiased, and he lets people, like he said in this, he takes questions, but he's going to make sure they're asked in the right way at the right time. A lot was covered in this. Highly recommend watching this video. I have only watched watch more than this. I rewound to get a good picture. I think I watched about half of it. I'm going to go back and watch the rest tomorrow. I'll be honest, just really late, early, whatever you want to call it. But big fan of this, and again, the big fan of the way that Jeremy manages these interviews. Please take a look at this. Okay, now on to some content providers. So I've got up for here Bench Clear Media. I'm sorry, not Bench Clear Media. Full Count Media. Man, I got to get that right. This is hosted by Les Alex. I have to say I really like what he's doing here. He's pulling in all these different content providers. And I say that in the sense he's very difficult to collaborate on his channel, okay? He's very protective. I've reached out to him. He's not very responsive. But on here, he's working with, like, he's got Bouchard from Red Card Cape Sports with an article on Young Guns. He's got here Personal Finance Dad with an article about sports cards, which I thought was interesting. He's got um, Dakota with an article on baseball. So I like the fact, and I commend this, right, that he's pulling together cross collaboration in the hobby and making a platform for that to be shared. So do check this out. I'll put a link below. Another website for information, the Sports Card Spot. They have a great story here about sports cards versus stocks, which I found interesting. They also share some of their insight on some of the cards they're buying and selling. I'll let you take a look at that on your own. I'm not going to promote it in this video. I just haven't researched enough to go whether I liked it or not. I just thought it was interesting. I like to see people's their perspective. Boy, this is getting long, so bear with me, guys. Okay, just want to bring to your attention, Panini has optic containers on their website. There's no pricing or date information. The release of the product, I believe, is the 26th. I would have thought they're going to do first off the line normally a week before. Maybe I'm wrong. They're already showing this price. Now, that's another thing. The retail on this, just retail, I think was around a couple $100. I don't think it's anything near that. The way hobby boxes are coming out close to $1,000 a box, I fear to see what this will cost. But keep an eye out for this. Also, reminder, Illusions Basketball. Here's the thing. This box has actually popped up a few times a day. Here you can see there's some links here to eBay where somebody's selling these. A friend of mine told me that he got them direct today. I never saw these for sale on Panini's website. I haven't heard anything about that. So I'm a little skeptical. I don't know. I couldn't confirm that. He just said that he got some direct today. Now, he lives in Dallas, so he might have a distributor contact or something. I want to bring to your attention there is going to be retail of this product, right? I have not seen or heard anything about retail, which is going to be interesting because the whole product is not going through distributors, which this kind of argues it is if it's a retail product. It had to go through some type of distribution at some point, right? Again, up here it says, Hobby Direct, and down there it says retail. Also, just Chronicles. Chronicles is out. Chronicles is expensive as hell. Chronicles Retail Blaster. I just can't understand this. $180. $180 for a blaster. Is that correct? Could that be right? Am I wrong? Now look at this. Here's some that have sold for 180, 145. Look at this. Chronicles Blaster. Like, what the heck, man? Look at these. This one looks like it could be in hand, right? And these look like they're pre-ordered. This one can't be in hand now that I look about it because that's July 2nd. That has to be 19. It's 19 Chronicles and a 2020 Blaster, so that's how they got you. That's how they got my attention, sorry. Anyway, still, I'm blown away by these prices. Blasters at 180 for Chronicles, guys? Oh my God. Okay, last thing. I know this has been long. 2 videos to watch tonight. Because I'm Carlos is doing a conversation with Matt. I always love watching these conversations. I believe he's doing it live. If it is, it's even better. If not, I think he'll be in the chat. So I like, listening to the creator when they drop these. And then live tonight, Thursday Night Football with a Fantasy Football Card Quest dude. So excited to see that as well and hear what he's going to be talking about. Hope you enjoyed this. I know it's very long. Have a great night. A great day, I mean. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for even your negative comments. If you want to see things change, if you got suggestions or you want to say anything, man, put it in the comments. I love to hear it. And, I can't make everybody happy, but I can keep doing what I'm doing. And that's, preaching the truth, I guess, or, just doing what I do best, man. Just sharing what I'm going through in my experiences. Thank you very much.